Hello everybody, welcome to this channel. My name is Megan here at Align with Megan. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a list of 25 books that you can read in 2025. Some of these books I have already read, others I would like to read. I have a couple physical books with me over here that I can show you as we go through. Some of them I will be downloading through audiobooks, or I will be going to buy them throughout the year as the year progresses. So let's get started. There is a guide that you can download for free with all 25 of these books on it and a review sheet for you to work through as you're reading these books throughout the year as well. And then there's a blank one that you can fill in with any book that you want to read added onto this list as well. So there's all of that handy dandy in the link down below. So the first book that I always read every January is Atomic Habits. I have this book. I have read it every January for the past few years from James Clear. I love his story. I love the way that he speaks about adopting habits as you work through your day instead of just setting year resolutions. Create habits. This is a book where we can learn how the small consistent changes within our daily habits can lead to extraordinary personal and professional growth. The second book is Mindset, the New Psychology of Success. I read this book when I took my confidence course. It speaks about the growth mindset, it speaks about the fixed mindset and the difference between the two. So that is definitely a big read that I would recommend 100% if you're trying to learn how to grow confidence, how to take action, how to be willing to try regardless of the outcome or regardless of knowing the outcome before you take steps. This is where you can discover the difference between a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset and how shifting those mindsets can transform your life. The third book I would recommend reading is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Bob Proctor is actually the one, RIP, who recommended this book through and through throughout his career. He believed in it and I've read it a couple times since I got the book. This is my second book that I've got as a physical copy. I gave the other one to my sister because it's just such a good book. I recommend everybody reading it. It is truly timeless. It helps you to achieve success with aligning your thoughts, as it says, think, in order to create that momentum and that routine or in alignment with what to focus on in your physical reality as well. And that's how you grow rich. So it's all about the mindset. The fourth book that I would speak about is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This book speaks about a holistic approach to personal and professional effectiveness, focusing on your character and the principles. Number 5 is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So this book literally is like 100%, I believe, the way that I looked at spirituality before he even put it into words for me to understand about the present moment, about the now energy, how there's no past, there's no future, it's all within the present as a mindset. Like you're thinking about the past, but you're thinking about it now. You're thinking about the future, but it's a thought that you're having right now. So this is all about the power of now, how to build mindfulness with your senses as well, through touch, through what you see, through what you're hearing. It's all about being in the present moment. So this is definitely a spiritual book, a spiritual guide for enlightenment and to fully understand that. It's a great book to overcome any stress and it helps you to find peace in the present moment. Number 6 is Daring Greatly. This book encourages you to embrace vulnerability as a strength within your life so that you can live more connected and wholeheartedly with your environment and with life itself. Number 7 is The 4 Agreements. This is a practical, very popular guide to help you build personal freedom based on ancient wisdom, which helps to emphasize the authenticity and your integrity. Number 8 is How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's a great book on communication and networking. It's a classic guide to build the relationships, improve your communication, and to foster that influence on others. Number 9 is Deep Work. This helps us to learn how to focus deeply on important tasks in the world that is full of distractions. so that we can maximize our productivity and build upon our creativity. Number 10 is Emotional Intelligence 2.0. Fully recommend this guide. It's a step-by-step on how understanding and improving our emotional intelligence can help better our personal and our professional relationships. Along with that book, I do recommend Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman. This was a book that I learned and studied from back to front through my emotional intelligence course that gave me a certification for mindset, to be a mindset life coach. Number 11 is You Are a Badass. So I currently have You Are a Badass at Making Money, but from the same author, she has the first book, which is just simply You Are a Badass. That book is a light-hearted yet very empowering book to overcome any self-doubt and to step into your very personal power. This one, however, is You Are a Badass, which is also about personal power, but it specifically speaks about making money. Number 12 is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I think we've all heard about this book. This was one of the first books that I read a really long time ago. There's a second one that I really want to read too. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is a counterintuitive approach to living a very meaningful life to only focus on what truly matters to you. 13 is The Gift of Imperfection. This is where you embrace those imperfections in your life. Like a baby crying in the back, that is my niece, don't mind it. Where you embrace those imperfections and you cultivate that self-compassion and that understanding to have more compassion for yourself and for others. It brings about courage and this connection for a more authentic life. Number 14 is Untamed. This book shares how to break down or break free from societal expectations and how to live with the truth of yourself. Number 15 is The Mountain Is You, a powerful book on recognizing any self-sabotaging habits or self-sabotaging behavior and how to transform it into self-mastery. So that's my list on self-development, self-help, and personal development. Now I'm moving on to a couple series books that I want to incorporate in my year of 2025 as well. The first series that I have is the Cruel Prince series. So I have these books over here. I have all three. There is a fourth that comes with it, but this is the set, the trilogy. The Cruel Prince it's a dive into the world of politics within a realm where the mortal girl navigates a dangerous world of fairies. Number 17 is Shatter Me. I have the Shatter Me series books over here. I got this one's for my birthday. It has taken me a while personally to get through the first 3 books. I don't know why, but I always try to restart reading it every time, and every time I get to this 3rd book, or I think like the 2nd or the 3rd book, personally, I'm a person that likes self-help and personal development books. So this is a challenge for me, is to work on series and more fiction. So that's why I'm like making it a challenge that in 2025 I read this series. There are more add-ons to the series that she has just added more books onto it. Everybody loves the story, but I'm trying to get into it because I don't normally like fiction. But I also, it's about a third, like a triangle love relationship situation happening. I'm trying to get into it. Number 18 is Crescent City. I have the first book and I've read through the first book. I love, love, love this book. This is a story that is following Bryce Quinlan as she investigates like her city, as she falls into a situation where her best friend and the pack, something happens on a night where she was unconscious or she was not aware of what was fully happening because of a new drug that had come onto, or that had made itself present in the city. But there's a angel or a fallen angel who helps her with like some detective investigation and situationship, and they fall in love and then they don't fall in love, and it's just like I love the book. I want to get the others for the series so that I can fully finish reading Crescent City. Number 19 is The Thorn of Glass. This is an epic series of assassins and their journey to reclaim her destiny and face her kingdom's darkest threats. 20 is the Shadow and Bone trilogy. So these are 3 books where it's speaking about entering a young woman's discovery of her power that could literally save or destroy the entire war-torn world. 21 is A Court of Thorns and Roses, similar author to Crescent City, I believe so. I haven't read the books, but I've heard all about it on Instagram books, Insta books, and TikTok books or book talk. I've heard so much about the Court of Thorns and Roses series. Essentially, it's a spellbinding retelling of Beauty and the Beast, with fairies, with a lot of danger, and with a lot of forbidden romance. 22 is The Hunger Games. I have watched the movies, I have never read the books. So this year I am dedicating myself to read the books for The Hunger Games. It's essentially a dystopian story about a girl who is forced into fighting or into a survival situation where everything that she's doing over there it's literally life or death, and it's being broadcasted to the world's television screens. 23 is The Inheritance Game. This is a book about like solving puzzles, unraveling mysteries in a fast-paced story about a girl who inherits a billionaire's fortune. Number 24 is Six of Crows. This is about a group of misfit criminals who richly craft this fantasy world. And then 25 is The Poppy War. These books speak about the grit, like a military setting, but it's inspired by like fantasy, and there's Chinese history that's involved, and it's a blending of like magical and warfare, which all revolves around this theme of power and revenge. So if you have read any of these books and have any tips or inspiration and encouragement for those who want to read the book too, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any books that you want to add onto this list, let me know in the comments down below. I do have a free print guide for all of these books that I've mentioned, all 25 of the books or the series that I've mentioned in this video, that you can download, and you can go through each of the review pages as you read each of the books. So thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate you sitting here with me speaking about books. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Take care.